Hey guys, so today we are going to be talking about uncovering the power of routine. So, if you are the type of person that just bristles about the thought of routine, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. I am sorry. But listen, I want to share with you something that we're big Babywise fans here around our house. And Babywise just believes in putting your baby on a gentle routine, and they believe in the power of routines. And in Babywise, they say the routine is there to serve you and me as the parent, in that you are not to serve the routine. So just think about, I'm going to just throw out a bunch of ideas about routines and systems for you, but just keep in mind the routine is there to serve you and not the other way around. So it's not, if it's not serving you, if it's not serving your partner and your family, then don't do the routine. Okay? So, but I want you to think about this as kind of automating. The more things that you can automate in your life, the better. You're going to lessen your decision fatigue, and you're going to touch it once in your brain. So, the other benefit about routines and systems is that it gives your children more control over their lives. And little children have very little control over their lives. And so, often we as parents are getting into these power struggles with our children simply because they want some control in their life. And that is a human instinct, and that is okay. And by implementing routines and systems, then you can give your children a little bit more control. You're going to be nagging less. You're going to be reducing the amount of power struggles and fights that you guys are going to be having, because if they know what the routine is, they know what the system is, if it's automated, then you can train them in that, and then you can hold them to that expectation to just fulfill that system, fulfill that routine. And little children, they really do want to succeed, but we have to remember that they're little. Like, they don't have the brain power that we as adults do. So it is very hard for them to remember a lot of things, and they're learning at an exponential speed. It is just, their brain is very different than ours. So in the amount that we can automate for them and just sort of streamline and simplify things in their lives, they are going to be extremely grateful for it, and their behavior will improve as a result of that. So I'm just going to throw out a bunch of ideas of things that we automate or have systems or routines around, and your homework is going to be to just pick one thing in your life that you are going to build a routine or systemize or solidify a crystal clear routine for your children. So one thing that we started doing years ago is we created a breakfast chart, and I'm going to put this in the homework. This is like kind of a really ghetto version, but anyway, you get the point. So this is a breakfast chart, and on here we have the days of the week and what they have for breakfast, and it repeats about every 3 or 4 days. And then we have our 2 main chores, and these are my 2 oldest children, dishwasher and plants. So they take turns, and every other day each child, they flip-flop who unloads the dishwasher, who has to water the plants. Another system that we have in our house is that each of my girls have a specific color. So Annabella's color is purple, Harper's color is green, Adeline's color is blue. We have some plastic plates that are this color. I mentioned, I think it was yesterday, in our shoe bench, we have little colors. They just know their colors. Their loofahs in the shower, they each have their purple, green, blue color. So I would encourage assigning a color to each kid, and that way, even before they can read or anything, our kids' toothbrushes are the same color. It's just so helpful to delineate. And then if you're rushing around as the mom and dad, that's just a super simple routine. You're like, oh, the blue toothbrush is dry. That means Adeline has not brushed her teeth. It just reduces the amount of thinking that you have to do. Okay, sorry, that was kind of a side note, but back to the breakfast chart. So I love this thing. We have changed out these categories at different times. These have been snacks, but right now it's been really helpful for this to be chores, and then the breakfast routine. And now my girls are kind of old enough that they can get their breakfast started, and they can serve themselves breakfast. It's just they tend to sometimes fight a lot or make a big mess. But the point is this empowers them to serve their breakfast on their own. This had a huge side benefit that I had not anticipated, in that it really helps my kids order their days. So they say things like, oh, today's grandma's oatmeal day. That means we have violin lesson today. Or today is shake day. That means that we're going to have to empty the laundry this afternoon after school. So they, in their brains, are able to start the morning off by associating, oh, whatever day of the week it is, by what they're having for breakfast. And then that in their brain lets them know it's Monday. But it's very hard for young children, before they know the days of the week, to really like order anything that's going on in their world. So having this consistent breakfast chart is fantastic. Another thing that we do is our kids have one extra responsibility to do every day after school. So they have like regular responsibilities that they have to do, and then one rotating extra responsibility, and they kind of associate that with whatever day of the week it is by breakfast. So on Friday, so like Mondays, they have to empty the trash. Tuesday, they refill all of my nut containers. Wednesday is an off day. Thursday is also off because they have violin lessons. And then Friday, they empty all the hampers and bring all the laundry down to the basement. So they just have one extra, and Saturday, they juice lemons. Okay, so that's something that you could do. They have the same before and after school routine every day. So they do the same thing in the morning. We ask them to do the same responsibilities in the same order in the morning, and same after school when they get home. Unload your book bag, sign the agenda, get your snack, do your responsibilities, and then as soon as, that's a great phrase, as soon as your responsibilities are done, then you can watch a show or go outside. You want to be consistent with times of when children can and cannot do things. So for example, sometimes my kids will ask, can we watch TV in the morning time? Or can we that's basically, can we watch TV in the morning time? And my answer is always, we save electronics for the afternoon. So my kids know, it's just a general rule in our house that we save electronics for the afternoon. Or we save our dessert for after dinner. And it's just a standard routine in our house that our kids only get dessert after dinner. And yeah, so those are just some ideas. So you're